Hey, how are you? I'm SliceofOtaku, and today, Disney XD blessed us with the entirety of this new intro for Star vs. the Forces of Evil Season 3. Now, it of course has the same song, but the visuals are very, very different and very, very interesting. And so I don't want to waste any more time, let's just jump right into it. Now, right off the bat, we have Star's wand glowing, and this glow is very reminiscent of when Toffee was in front of the wand and it was blowing up, and his face was glowing a sort of pinkish purple. So that definitely reminded me of that, and I think that that's on purpose. They're trying to make this ominous, and it's working. And what is very, very interesting to me is this blue light, this sort of blue aura that you're gonna see throughout this entire opening. It shines many times and it's subtle, but it's definitely there. And when I first saw it, I thought that maybe the coloration was off, but no, this is, throughout the entire thing. So definitely something new there. Maybe that is the newfound balance that Star has found within her magic, and that's just bonkers. But yeah, after that cool shot of Star and her wand, we see Star and Marco, and it sort of throws away the tension that was there at the end of season 2, but you know what, I'm not complaining. But it is peculiar how they start off in Marco's room and then jump out the window into a section of the Butterfly Castle. Now, this just may be a smooth transition, a pretty transition for the intro, but what if Marco's room was transported to Muni, and because Star was brought back to Muni and cannot be on Earth anymore, Marco has decided to stay with her, which is, flipping the script from what we've known of Star, becoming a foreign exchange student on Earth, but maybe Marco's doing it now. And, that brings up some questions. What happened to Jackie Lynn Thomas? And we don't see Jackie this entire intro, so I think that, Jarko's done. And I am sure that that possibility has a lot of Starco fans losing their minds with happiness, but we don't know what's gonna happen until it happens. But yeah, they transition into the Butterfly Castle, where River and Moon are enjoying some corn, where Star, of course, sits on the corn, because Star, right? But to transition into the next shot, we have Marco using the interdimensional scissors that he earned from Hekapoo in Season 2, which is once again a reminder of how much more useful Marco has become as the series has gone on. But where they end up going is Ponyhead's dimension, which is very interesting. We're finally getting to see Ponyhead's kingdom because she is in fact a princess, which at times can be easy to forget, but she is a princess, and we get to see the other pony heads in that dimension. We have like a child, some older ones. We don't actually have her father, which we have seen before, but in the background we have like a pony head that had its head sewn onto like a horse body, which is interesting. I think that that's gonna be pretty hilarious when it actually comes to fruition, when we actually get to see an episode showing that. But yeah, this does definitely excite me for new characters and new possibilities with all these dimensions. And we quickly shift to a scene with Tom, and there seems to be tension there. There's sort of like a standoff at first, but nah, it's not that serious. Everyone's just having a good time. And in this shot, I recognize all the characters except for the skeleton, but if we have met this skeleton before, let me know. But he does in fact have Goblin Dog merchandise on, which sort of correlates with our next scene. So yeah, here we have Star and Marco running forwards with Kelly and Mina Loveberry by their side. And alright, first let's talk about Mina Loveberry. Now, Mina, she was sort of like a gray area character for me. When we met her, she was Star's idol, but she was sort of like villainous, but not like super hardcore bad guy type. She was just sort of a jerk, so it's pretty nice to see her here. But that doesn't necessarily mean that she's totally sane now. She still looks dirty and crazy, but I would love some more deposition into her character, like the psychological change from Star's idol into who she is now. And Mina is pretty young, so maybe learning more about her could simultaneously give us more insight on Muni right before Star's current era. Now, speaking of Kelly, in the final episode of Season 2, we got to see her like sparring with a monster, and they were on good terms, and I was just like, what the hell is Kelly up to? I was just very curious what Kelly does, and here we get to see her wielding a sword and looking pretty damn serious. So yeah, I'm loving how they're transitioning these background characters, these secondary characters that we didn't initially care for very much, and turning them into focal points of the series. Because I forgot what her boyfriend's name is, but we don't see him on her head there. But apparently they break up a lot, so yeah, that's a thing. But forget about those two because they get knocked back by some Goblin Dog t-shirts, and we get to see the Goblin Dog truck once again. And that is very peculiar. I did not expect to see the Goblin Dog truck again. I thought that was like a one-off joke. But okay, if we're going there again this season, I hope there's a reason for it besides, just getting a Goblin Dog. Maybe where Goblin Dogs come from, how they're made or something like that. But I gotta point out once again, that blue aura from Star's wand. She's showing it off once again. This is going to be very important for sure. In the next scene, we get to see Miss Heinous and Gemini. And okay, I just have to pause everything right now. I did not catch this pun until way later, after I saw all of season 2. Gemini. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, alright, back to what's important. Miss Heinous is here, looking all upset. Her cheeks are makeuped over. I was hoping that, seeing her would get to see the clovers on her cheeks, but whatever. We'll learn more about that probably in this season, which I'm looking forward to. But, Miss Heinous looking a bit thick there. And in the next scene, we are transported to Romuluus's dimension or whatever. And we see Queen Eclipse's silhouette within a crystal once again. And her arm is severed. It wasn't an animation error. It wasn't, a mistake or a splotch. No, her arm is severed. Why? I don't know. What's going on there? I don't know. But I want to know, and I expect to know within this season. That is just like extremely ominous. It is in our faces. So we better be getting something good. And Marco is looking at it and he's like, what the hell? I'm thinking, what the hell? I'm ready. I am so ready. This entire intro has been hype. It's hyped up season 3, but that right there, once again, there's nothing more hype than Eclipse at this point. But then descending from the sky, we see the bad boy himself, a Toffee possessed Ludo. And it's very interesting that he still has the spider and bird. I'm glad that they're, once again back because they were transported to the Earth dimension. So I'm presuming that they went to Earth to pick him back up. Did they wreak any havoc while they were on Earth? Were they looking for a star? What's up? But we can't neglect my boy Glossaric. Glossaric is in the corner and he looks super creepy. Like he looks possessed himself, like a little doll. It's creepy. And we get to see Star and Marco's reaction to this. And while Marco is sort of like on the defensive, Star is like, hold on, let me roast this boy real quick. Give me a second. Like, tell me Star doesn't look like she's about to flame this man. I'm ready. Typically, I would expect like them both to be like shook and scared, but no, Star is like, yo, look at this man, look at this guy. But yeah, when she lifts up her wand, once again, we see this blue aura surging throughout the pink. And we get to see the little spider in a top hat, a cupcake with a crystal on the top, all this other stuff. And we actually get to see like a pride fist, which is so cool. I hope that it's actually a new spell of hers. I would love to see that. And lastly, we have like this sort of Captain Planet, Power Rangers, Kids Next Door, Battle Stations type deal. But firstly, to address the background, we have the Blood Moon, which is, the Blood Moon. Jana is just like chilling out on her cell phone. Star is there, of course. We have Marco with a new cape that he seems to be pretty interested in, which I am definitely curious about, but more stuff for Marco, hell yeah. Because like at this point, Marco is high-key building up an arsenal. After that, Ponyhead comes through, Kelly comes through, so Kelly getting more spotlight once again, interesting. And then Tom comes through. And initially in his debut, Tom was sort of an adversary. He was this bad guy, this demon who had anger management issues. But he seems to be much more of an ally now. And there were episodes building up to this sort of like bromance between him and Marco, and I guess reconciling with Star. And so it's not like I'm surprised by this redemption. Man, I'm just really happy that he's at the forefront because Tom is really cool. Like, Tom has like his whole underworld thing going for him, which is just like power within itself. And he never fails to entertain when he's interacting with different characters. So I would love more Tom content. But yeah, that's the intro and I love it. It's amazing. And I know this to be true because I'm making a over 10-minute video on a 39-second clip. Yeah, this is complete flames and I had to talk about it. Guys, let me know how you feel about all this. Were you able to piece certain things together that I didn't notice? Please let me know. And what do you think about all the things that I highlighted, especially that blue aura? I need to know more and I cannot wait to know more this July. Guys, I hope that you're gonna be sticking around with me for all this Star vs. the Forces of Evil Season 3 content, because you already know that Season 2 left me at the edge of my seat, so I cannot wait to resume with all of you. Thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.